want to bend light, huh? Well, let's see if I can't help you guys power up a little bit. Bending light's not that much different than reflecting light, it just follows some different rules. The word we use to describe bending light is refraction. Light refracts because it changes speed when it hits objects made of different materials. We call all these different objects mediums. Every single item that's in your kit that you're using is considered a medium. Another way to think of refracting light would be doing a belly flop into a pool. You dive off, you're going really, really fast through the air, and then bam, you hit the water. That causes a huge change in speed and then also a little bit of a change in direction. So as light travels through these different mediums in your kit, it's refracting the light. Since each medium is a different shape, size, and material, they all bend the light differently. Take a look at this diagram. This is an example of how light refracts. So the laser starts off in a fast medium, like air, and as soon as it hits the surface of a slower medium, like one of the prisms in your kits, it begins to bend. This is why it bends. Now the important part is to determine how it's going to bend. So if you notice in the diagram, the light bends down and not up. This is because if light travels from a fast medium to a slow medium, it bends towards the normal line. Now the normal line we draw is perpendicular to the surface of a medium. In other words, we're just drawing a line out from the surface of whatever the laser beam is hitting. If the laser goes from a slow medium to a fast medium, then it would bend away from the normal line. And those are the general rules for how it's going to bend. Now, how much the laser will bend depends on a couple of things. One is the intensity of the light. So if you've got kind of a weak laser beam coming into something, or you have a strong laser beam coming into something, this would be kind of like getting hit in the head with either a Nerf ball or a baseball. So that's going to determine how much of a change you have. The other thing that determines the amount of bend is the refractive index. So this is a term for how much light is absorbed by the medium. The higher the refractive index, the higher the amount of light is absorbed, and then the more it will bend. This last diagram will bring it all together. Let's compare two different mediums. In this diagram, one is glass and one is water. In both examples, the light moves from a fast medium to a slow medium, so the light bends towards the normal line. On the other side, we see that the light goes from a slow medium to a fast medium, and so it bends away from the normal line. The only difference between these two is that they're made of different materials. This means that the mediums have two different refractive indexes. When the light hits the glass medium, it bent closer to the normal line. And we know this because it was only 34.5 degrees from the normal line versus the other one where it was 40.6. This means that the refractive index in the glass is higher. Using what you know now, you can better predict where your laser is going to go when entering a medium. You need to keep size, shape, and refractive index in the back of your mind while placing your mediums. You might also notice that when your laser hits any of the mediums you're using, you might see multiple beams and not just one. It's important to remember that you're going to get a little bit of reflection off the surface of the medium and not just all of it going in and refracting. Don't be surprised if you see several beams coming out of your medium. There are many reasons for this, and several of the mediums that you're using have shapes that allow light to scatter easily. You can still tell where the main bright beam is, and you may even be able to use this to your advantage. Good luck, and click the link below in case you want to power up further. We'll see you soon.